What is life without the fun? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, I have a busy day today. I am going to reach out someone named Lawrence R Berger, and he is a poet and a salesman. So, he's going to read a poem, and I'm going to ask him a series of funny questions. So, let's do this. All right.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Lawrence. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Vanessa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. So, how are you doing today? We are on the air
Great.
right now.
I'm doing fantabulous. How about you, Vanessa?
Great. So, you are a poet
Great.
and a salesman. Is that it?
How you doing, Vanessa?
Doing wonderful. So,
Yeah.
you here because you want to talk about your poem?
Well, I'm here because I've got actually a sales seminar coming up on July 22nd.
Okay.
And it's a basic sales seminar covering my version of how to sell better and make better closing ratios and improve your sales techniques. I'm a sales skills trainer as well as a poet, so I'm doing the seminar at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on
and where
July 20th.
Where is it? Where is
It's an
that?
online seminar.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to put the information for everybody. But right now, we want to have fun. We want the audience to have fun and get to know you a little bit better. So if you have a poem and you want to read it right now, go ahead. Now's the time.
Sure. I'll read a poem. In days of old, when knights were bold and the minstrels carried the tune, spring flew in on robin's wing and lasted from March till June. If you had the call to make a journey north of Hadrian's Wall and found yourself in the renewing hope's bright spark, you simply forge into the quest and search for a nest of the bird they call the meadowlark. For these days, I find we haven't the time to listen for a season's song and take nary a blink to stop and think. And I, for one, consider this to be very wrong. But there are those heroes, those few, those shaman sage, those for whom life is a bloom and all the world's a stage. Yes, these truly are the heroes who make sure we'll never know what it's like to lose. The kiss of a breeze or an elder's wheeze and the voice of the singing goose. We have my word, it is the birds that bring the voice of the gods to man. So won't you please take the time to ask for a rhyme or write one yourself and join in the band.
Wow, that was pretty cool. I caught the last part better. And you read super fast, but it sounds extremely good. Like, how long have you done some poetry? It's something you always done?
I've been reading since 1996.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of a story how I got started. I was actually in the hospital in deep depression, and I happened to catch an episode of the Rush Limbaugh show. And I had a reaction to what Rush was saying. He had said nobody could save even $2,000 in America anymore. So I got very upset, and the nurse said, Larry, you're upset. You've been depressed for a year. I'm going to break protocol and get you a pen and paper. You're going to write it out. A month later, I had my first book.
Yeah.
And I was out of the hospital. I moved to Los Angeles to...
That's the way to go, yeah.
To get the book taken care of. The agent I was working with told me to go to a poetry reading, and I've been a poet ever since.
That's great. You know, that's the wonderful way to get started and get going and get off the depression. Because, you know, I did the same thing when I was completely stuck and I started to be, you know, drinking too much. And then for a few years, and if you listen to my episodes, you'll see the evolution and how I got off and all my stories and how I compassionate with other people because I know what it's like, you know, when you're in a dark tunnel and to get out. And I know that when I started my group, A New Day, A New Story on Facebook, which is part of this podcast and, the website and all the great writers and authors, it was to share and to allow everybody who were afraid to share their story, with other people and have some feedback. But mainly it was also for people who were just like, they didn't think that their words were good enough, worthy enough, or they were afraid to speak. So writing is always a way to hear, and some people are afraid. Of course, they don't want to, lay out all their life story in front of the world. But it's a good way to start healing. And sometimes putting it out there in front of stranger helps a bunch. And to me, I started to share parts of my life, like as it developed and some things happened to me because I was isolated and I had barely anyone. And I know a lot of people live this way, isolation. And so when you have that, when you have those groups and you can write, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And it saves you and it saves a lot of people,
Yeah, definitely.
I know what, and I like poetry because it rhymes and it makes you, think and it can be fun. So what type of poetry do you like the most?
I write instant poetry. Since 1996, I've been going to clubs, coffee houses, and bookstores and having people throw a title at me out of the audience and I build a poem on it within 30 seconds or less.
Oh, that's pretty quick.
What I get doesn't make that. Thank you. Most of what I get doesn't make it out of the reading, but those that I say became my book. So.
Wow. So what's the title of your book?
Instant Poetry, Just Add Words.
Instant Poetry, Just Add Words. I would have to see it to be able to spell the correct spelling. So where can they find it?
It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. You can get it from the publisher at iuniverse.com. You can get it from bookshop.com. They're independent bookstore connection. It's all over the place.
Okay, if you want to resay the name clearly so they can understand if people are interested.
Sure. Instant Poetry, Just Add Words.
All right, sounds good. And so how many poems is there in your book?
It's 58 pages, approximately 60 poems.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Did it take you a while to do this? Did you start a long time ago?
The book itself came out in 2010. I had some additional health problems in 2015, and I had to take my other books off the market, but you can still get them from me. And it took about 6 months to write.
Wow. And did anybody help you out while you were writing to get
I
it
had
out?
an editor.
Okay.
His name was Dennis Snow. He's a great guy. He's actually a poetic comedian. Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have some backup and some help. I think the motivation is good to have on the side too. And maybe somebody more in the field, more equipped or with more experience who can really get you out there. So your book can be fun, So that's cool. Okay, I thought I was going to do something. I was going to ask you, tell me all the jobs you had in your whole life and tell me which one was the best one and which one was the worst one along the way.
Okay, let's see. I started selling when I was 6 years old and helped my father sell Amway and Herbalife products. That was my first job. I worked for Baskin-Robbins in college as a scooper/sales rep.
Okay.
That was fun. I learned a lot about stuff from them. I worked as a counselor for the University of Rochester.
Wow, not bad. How did you learn this?
I taught creative writing for 3 years. They let me go when they found out I didn't have any academic credentials. I don't have any degrees or anything. But I'm working for them as a trainer and skills promoter, but It worked
Oh,
out well.
oh, nice.
3 years for the university is 3 years for the university.
Yeah.
Then I went to work for the Rochester Mental Health Association, did some skills training for them, taught people how to sell themselves and write their recovery stories.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I
then
saw that there's places where like people try to get off alcohol or other things, and there's a lot of places where they give the free books of people's story,
yep,
and some of those books are really good. Or they
yep,
match stories together too.
definitely. And then after that, I started my own business, promoting writers, poets, comics, and performance artists. I've done some festivals. I did some work for the Sacramento Heritage Festival, the LA Spoken. I've worked with NFL Films.
Wow, that's a lot.
Worked with Nike and a couple of other places. And I help promote people and get them gigs and help them get their books out and whatnot. Been doing that for about 17 years now.
Wow, okay, so you have experience in the field already for a while.
Definitely. And I worked as a screenwriter for a while. Got 5 movies, 2 shorts, written and sold a TV pilot, and
Really? Oh.
yeah, and a couple of biopics.
What can you give me one of the movies? The name?
Sure. One was a biopic about a woman who started life in the Philippines and came to America and had a lot of success and was given the chance to marry an American, but he was a soldier, so it didn't work out that well, and this was the story of her life to when she was 80.
Okay. All right. So, which one was the best job then, and the worst one?
The best job is promoting the poets and getting my own works out there. That's the best.
And the worst, you say?
I love promoting poets and networking for salespeople. I've got about 20 networking organizations I'm affiliated with, and about 30 poetry organizations I'm affiliated with. But I'm out connecting people.
Wow, you see, that's you're a connector. Yeah, you help people. That's a good one because you have all these leads, you know, and people are always looking for leads, and it's good to know people. That can always help. So I hope we're gonna go to that seminar, find your book on Amazon. And it was lovely to have you today, to meet you.
Thanks for having me, Vanessa.
If you have one more poem to end this, you want to read? Go ahead.
Sure. 4,000 years ago, the Nile ran red. Red with the blood of a people yearning for freedom. 500 years ago, the Hudson ran red. Red with the blood of the new kids on the block. 50 years ago, LA burned. Red with the fires of hatred, of promises left unkept. This year, the nation burned with the fires of injustice, of promises too long left unkept. This morning I was born with an addiction not my own, born with nothing more than the chance to die and the hope that death will come soon. 4,000 years ago, the Nile ran red. What color will it run for me?
Wow, that was pretty good, and then touch, you know, it really like touches you when you hear it. Wow. So all right, thank you for coming, and see you next time.